Hi friends, this is Anna, and I know that it's been a hot minute since I've been on here. A lot of things have changed over the years, and I have moved from New Jersey. I currently live in Alabama, and this is a revamp of my channel. So I am looking to start sharing more sewing and quilting and stitching, and there'll be some scrapbooking and junk journal and embroidery, machine embroidery, and card making. Just, I love crafts, so there's not one thing that I don't really enjoy except crochet. I'm not a very big crocheter. I don't find that it's challenging enough for me, so I like something with both hands. So I actually do a little bit of knitting, but I probably won't share any of that because I haven't done that in a hot minute. But anyway, so I'm back, and I hope you hang on for this first episode of my FlossTube. So here we go. Like I said, I moved from New Jersey, and I currently live in Alabama. I have a house in Alabama now, and this is my craft room, and this is also my home office because I work remote. And and I have a 5-year-old. I have a 5-year-old son, and so that's where I'm at. He starts kindergarten this year, actually on August the 4th, which is a week from today. So sometime today I should get an email from his teacher for a meet and greet this week and go from there. So I'm excited about that. He's excited. He's dying to know who his teacher is and everything. So this is all new to us. I do have a partner. His name is Rodney, so you'll probably hear me talk about him sometime. I do have 2 dogs. I have Luca and Gemma. Gemma is a Dachshund, and who always likes to be the line leader. And then I have Luca, who's my pound puppy. We got him from the pound. He's 5. We've only had him probably about 4 months, maybe ish. So I've only been living in this house 2 months, and so I'm excited to where it takes me. So my sewing machine, if you can see it behind me, is right there in front of the window, so I do like to look out. And you got that morning sun out there because right now it is only 9:16 in the morning. That's Central Time. And if you are in Alabama and you do like to cross stitch or quilt or whatever it is, reach out. Let me know. Maybe we're close enough that we can meet up for coffee or something one day. So I don't know where this channel is going to take me. For those of you who do have littles, how on earth do you do it all? Because I want to do it all, and that's where my problem is that there's just not enough time in the day. So let's go ahead and get started. I went through and I did my whips and stuff like that. There was actually more, but from my transit from New Jersey to here, I took all of my floss out, put all my patterns in a bin. So I actually have a bin that I've just put all my patterns in because I wanted one place that I can find everything. And you'll hear my son. He's in the living room watching TV and playing a game. But so I don't know. Where do you find the time? But anywho, so we'll go from there. So let's start with, I'm just going to start over here to my left. And then I'll go into my current stitching. So this is, I've had this kitted up. I started this a few years ago, and I put it in my to be finished list today so that way I can do it. So it is this one, which is by Pine Mountain Design. And this, I actually got the Fat Quarter Shop kit with their color scheme, and it's doing it that way. I don't know if that focuses on there, but anyway, so it's doing it with white, and I've actually got a nice little start on it. My needles in there, all my threads in this little container. So my goal is to get this finished. I do stitch mainly on Ada. I have tried to stitch on linen, but honestly, I don't really know how, and two, I feel like it's too small. I can't see it. So in my stash of, this is one of my current stitches, my glasses are in here. So I do have some of the Lori Holt glasses, and or the Riley Blake. I don't really know if it's Lori Holt, Riley Blake, but anyway, so I have these glasses that I do wear when I stitch, so because I can't see it. I do stitch in hand. I don't use a hoop. I find the hoop gets in my way, although I used to stitch in the hoop, and when I stopped stitching in the hoop, I kind of feel like I stitch more. But anyway, so all my thread and everything's in here. So, and it's been in there for a few years, because I think I've started this before my son was born, and he's currently 5. So, then moving right along, and this is going to be in my current stitching, because I'd really love to get this finished. This is Primrose Cottage. I don't have the paper pattern, I have the digital, and it is very cute. Let's see if I can't pull it up on my phone for you real quick. It is called the Pumpkin Patch, and it is this one right here. Let's see. So there you have it. So there's that one. So I've got a little bit done on that one. This one is using 18 count Aida, or is it called Even Weave? I can't remember. I don't have my fabric written down anywhere, but I am using the called for colors, and I'm doing 1 over 1. So that gives it a little bit, it looks really good. I'm really happy with that. So anyway, I want to get this one finished, and probably turn it into a pillow for my fall decor. You know, since I got the new house, I'm excited to decorate it with all the fun things. So it's kind of rejuvenated my craftiness. So, and this is another Primrose Cottage. This is Happy Halloween, and I do have the paper pattern of it. And I'm using orange, green, and black for my stash. And I'm doing, this is 18 count. I can always tell when I do 18 count because I do 1 over 1. And I got a little start on that one, so I'd love to get that one finished. And these are the threads that I'm using, and these are by Threadworks. And let's see if I can't get this untangled right quick. There we go. It's not really tangled, it was just stuck on a loop. So this is like the orange. This is the black. And I don't have the little colors on it. They only have numbers. It doesn't really say colors on there. And then I got the white, which is this one. So there's a lot on there. I put this one in there in case I decided to do the onyx on there. And I kind of like it. Or it's the onyx, but it's the Weeks Dye Works because of it being, you see more of the variegation of the colors. So I really like that. So I want to get that one done too. Got these patterns here. I'm going to throw these back in the chrysalis one real quick. I don't have a lot of project bags, but maybe one day I'll get on a kick of making project bags. This one I have a big start on it, but I've not finished it. Again, this is a couple of years. Flea Market Flowers. I think at the time when I started this, Fat Quarter Shop was actually doing a stitch along. So those are the colors I changed, alternated it out. And this is on, I did keep it right here, but I don't know. What count are you on? It's DMC Sand. It's probably either 14 or 16 count. It's 14 count. I see it on the back of it. So it's 14 count. I really like how it's turned out, and I'd love to get this one. I'd love to get them all finished, by the way. But anyway, I'd love to get this one finished too. So I've got all the frames done. I just need to go in and start filling in the flowers more. So there. That's a nice little start on that one. Again, I just keep it all in this little bag with all the thread in there, and then I just kept that little bag because I've had that bag of the fabric for a minute, but here you go. So I do love the look of the linen, people stitching on the linen, but maybe I'm just not smart enough for it yet. But this is, I don't have the thread in here because I packaged it up, and it's just in this little pink school box. This is a good time to get the boxes. They're on sale at Walmart right now. And if you have small stuff. So this one actually should have been in a bigger box, but it's been in here for a little bit. So anyway, I love it. Not Forgotten Farm. This one is Bushel and a Peck. I did change my colors on it. And because it's been a minute ago, I don't remember why I chose a teal basket instead of just going with the call for. But anyway, I like it. And we're just going to go with it, and we're going to finish it. So this is where I'm at on it, is on that part. So I think the next step is either filling it in or starting on the bird. So it's cute. I like it. And I do not have the thread here, so I don't know what I did, because like I said, I kind of took all my thread out when I was moving and put it all in one place, and I don't know, that was a genius move I did. Okay, so this is what I want to stitch. This is what I'm, okay, so let's just go and do this. I haven't started on any of these right here. This one is, I've gotten into the Stacy Nash Animal Crackers. Do a search on Instagram if you haven't. There are so many great ideas on there. And so I do have quite a few patterns in my stack over there that I've added to my stash this just in the past few months. But this one is Clovis, that he's next on my list to start stitching. And so, and I've got all of the called for thread in here, because I actually have a great little stitching store about 20 minutes from here, and it's called Patches and Stitches. So they actually do quilting and stuff. So I went there, and so I got all the stuff in here for him, and I'm going to stitch him on this. And I don't know what this is. It was in my stash. I have, you know, I have a collapsible cube of all fabrics, and I have a collapsible cube of all my floss. I did divide up all the DMC by colors, but my weeks, my General Arts, Classic Color Works, I put all that in a container, in bags in a container, so that way they're separated. But anyway, so I have Clovis, and I can't wait to get started on him. And I've got another one that I'm actually working on right now, which I'll go ahead and show you that. This is my current stitch. This is Clementine. And I am also using all of the called for colors. This is Clementine. And this is where I'm at on this one. And this is 18 count. And I am still, is it 18 or 16? It looks like 16 count. So I'm doing two threads over one, and so there she is. I'm on her shoulder pads. So, and I've got all those colors there on a little hoop for her, which is all up in here. Let me move my scissors, there you go. Which is a hot mess because it stays in this bag, but anywho, it works for me. So I'm going to close that up. So that's my current stitch. I'll go ahead and do the rest of the containers. Oh, yeah, I'll go through the rest. And this one, I just picked this up last week from Patches and Stitches. And so I really want to get this started. So I got fabric in here, and I've got the thread that I'm going to be using in here, and it's this guy here. Because I have a wall right there that has nothing on it, and I have one of those calyx like cubes in front that has stuff in it, and then stuff sitting on top of it like my ink pads for stamping, but above it there's nothing there. So I did make something, and I'm going to show that to you later on in the video. I just got to finish quilting it because it's going to be a wall hanger, but I am going to be using the called for colors. Except for this blue is not a called for color, but I'm going to be using this one instead of the dark blue that it calls for that one, because I don't have it, and I'm going to use what I have. So there we have. So cute. That's going to be cute up there if I can, once I get it decorated. I'll have to show you guys a picture once I get all that done. So then I got another pattern also from Patches and Stitches. And I got the thread that matches it. And I did get some fabric. So I'm going to do that one too, which is by Heart and Hand. And I am using the called for thread. And I'm going to be using this 18 count. So I'll probably do it 1/1 on this. So it's just 18 count. So I have this guy already started, and I could not remember what colors I was using. I think I was using just whatever I had, so I just went through and pulled some colors together to get him finished up. So, and it is using that autumn guy. Autumn's around the corner, so I'd love to get that made into a pillow just so that I can get it into my little bowl filler out there. And here is him. So I'm working on the pumpkin. And for the life of me, I could not remember what color that is. I could not find it. It's not the called for color that's on there. So we are going to wing it, and we're going to get it to work, and I can't wait to show you guys once that's finished. I have another start here, and this is Little Needleworks gingerbread cookies. I love gingerbread men for Christmas, and I've had him for a minute. This was started again before my son was born. Was it before my son was born? He was born in 2020, so let's see when this is. I think it was done. I don't know. I hope it was either done right before he was born or right after he was born. So, like I said, I've had it in here for a minute. This looks like it's a 16 count, and I'm doing 2/1. Yep, 2/1, and that's where I'm at on that one. So, and I'm using called for colors except for this color here, which is, it looks red, it looks more burnt orange, and I think the brown, I'm not using the called for color, I'm using this brandied pears. Brandied pears. I can't even say it. I thought I was saying it wrong. But anyway, so there is that little guy. I have a couple of more things I want to show you. That's a whip. So this one, I did start this one yesterday. We had a low-key day here at home yesterday. Finished school shopping for my son. And we, so we finished school shopping for him. Then we watched a movie on Angel. I don't know if you've ever watched Angel TV, but that was pretty interesting. And it was really good. It's really great for kids because it's faith-based and you're not going to have to worry about foul language or anything like that, especially with littles. So it was good. It was a really good movie that we watched. And Jackson was involved in it too, so that was great. So I started this while we were in there, and it's by Heart and Hand, Needle and Thread. And I'd love to get that done so that I can display it in my craft room. So I started this one, and I've only got the green part of it. This is 18 count, and I'm doing it 1/1. And so I was about to change the colors, and then it was time for bed. So I did get the yellow hooped up or threaded, so I got that ready to go. So maybe I can work on a little bit of it today. And then, you know, keep my glasses, got my threader, my wax and scissors and stuff in this little container. And that fabric is ivory, and it measures approximately 8 by 13. I like it because they actually have some pre-cut there, and it was only $3.60 for 8 by 13 and ivory, and it says it's 18 count, so that's why I did it 1/1. So I wanted to start, and I've been wanting to do this for quite some time, is Sabbath stitching is what people call it, or faith-based stitching on Sundays, and or just, you know, I'm for a while now, my mind's been going around faith-based, and and just thriving on being kind and doing the right thing, and and just you know, and that's what I try to teach my son, is also doing the right thing and making good choices, and you know, and teach him about the Word of God, and you know, and keep the faith, you know, active in our home. So I wanted to start doing a little bit of faith-based because I like some stuff to display out year-round, not only when it's a seasonal. And this one is a Lizzie Kate, and I think I've seen Java Girl stitch this. So this is what I have. So I'm doing this one is for We Walk by Faith, and I love it. So I went online and immediately ordered it, and then while I was at the Patches and Stitches, I picked up the called for colors. The only one I couldn't find was the darker pink, so I just improvised and found something. So it's going to be beautiful regardless, and go from there. And which is good because I have teal in my home, so it actually, you know, matches really nice. So, and again, using these little school boxes, I'd love to paint on these. I'm not a great painter, but... And then this is probably going to be... I haven't started this, so this will be a start coming up, but I have it kitted here for when I want to get it going. And it's another faith base. It's the ABCs of Faith, and it's by Lizzie Kate as well. And then I've got the called for colors, and I'm going to do it on this French Cafe Mocha 16 count. And here's all my threads and stuff for it. So I have it on here too. So this is not a start yet, so maybe I'll start this after I do that one. I'm not sure, but it's kitted, it's ready to go. I'll let you know how that goes. My last stitch project that I want to share is, it's another one for the craft room, the sewing room, the office. And it is called From the Heart Needle Art by Wendy. And look how adorable that is. Keeping you in stitches. So I love that. And so I've got all the called for thread here. I don't have fabric in here yet. I did pick up this pattern off of Etsy is where I ordered this from, and but I've got all the threads from Patches and Stitches in Huntsville. So there's that one more. I thought that was the last one, but I have one more that I started, and I keep that in this bag here. And this is a mindless stitching. And for now, it's a mindless stitching. But I have been working on this for quite some time, and I love it. And now that I'm in this house, and I love my house, and I can't wait to get it finished and done, which is the Home is Where the Heart Is by the Stitching with the Housewives. So H is complete, and this is something that I've started years ago when I was in New Jersey, and it's just got me a little bit motivated. H is finished. And I've got the M and the, where's it? Fits it in here. Okay, the M and the E already outlined. So here's the M. Here's the M. That was the back side. And here's the E. And so this is a good car ride that you don't have to look at a pattern. You can just keep threading it with white, and then just keep filling it in. So that's where I'm at on that. I do have, my goal on this one is to go ahead and do it, and go ahead and complete it with this circle here, just so that that's on the wall. And then, but I do have all of the threads for all of it, including all of these. And all of these, this is the other 5 that's in there. So I have all of the thread, and Fat Quarter Shop put this together for them. And so I just wanted to, but like I said, my first goal is to finish the little vine That way I can get it done and on the wall. And then seasonally try to work on the other one. These are all projects that I've had for quite some time, and I've just been wanting to get them done. So I'm glad that I have those. I'm glad that I have a room now, and I'm glad that I have everything organized. Usually I keep in this little bag right here all of my little things that I need, like needles, and here's a frogger in here, extra scissors, more needles, and everything. And usually I put my glasses in here too, and the wax, but right now it's in that one because I used it last night. But this is that little bag for that. So I do have some finishes that I have not completed. I haven't fully finishes, but I do have some finishes. And this one is a Christmas one, which he turned out really cute. And this is Country Cottage Needleworks, and I guess I need to put that little snowflake on there. I didn't add the little snowflake here yet, but it's right here. And but yeah, that's that. It's really cute, Mary Mary. And then I did put the beads on this guy, which is by Heart and Hand. This is a Christmas one, and it's a little tree with a little owl on top. How cute is he? And I did use the beads. There's enough beads in here to do it some more. So I didn't put any of the green ones on there. I only put white because, oh, they only put the beads right here. I put them on my tree because I thought it looked cute on the tree. So yeah, so I want to get that guy finished. This is a patriotic stitch. I'm ex-military. I'm a veteran. I was in the Navy for 4 years. I was on aircraft carrier. And so anyway, I stitched this guy. And it's not finished, but it's finished, but not fully finished. And then I stitched this with the Fat Quarter Shop when they had it, and I think there's a free pattern on there for that still, and so I did not press it, but here you go. So I'd love to get that finished, and I think I might want to frame that one because that's cute, and I think this color here will blend in with what I've got going on in the living room. So it's cute, cute, cute. All right, sounds great. So there we go. That is my stitching stuff, and I have. Let's do the embroidery. I'm going to step up for just 1 second. So I made these guys, and I do have an Etsy shop. These are not in my Etsy shop, and I do have a Instagram page for teacup papery. And so I made these. My son is going into kindergarten, so I made little flags for photo ops. I only put ribbon on this one right now, but how stinking cute is that for a picture? So I'll have to show you guys a picture once I get a picture of him. He's not going to pre-K, he's actually going into kindergarten, which is this one. And then I actually have it all the way up through 6th grade. There's 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. And this is out of felt. There is 2 pieces of felt here, so it's very sturdy, and you don't see the backing on there. The stick just slides off, but if I put the ribbon on it, it's going to glue the ribbon here, and then it'll be permanently on the stick, which is, that's fine. It's like a 1/16 inch, no, yeah, it's like 1/16 of an inch, or is it an 1/8? It's not quite a 1/4 of an inch. But anyway, 5/16. I think that's what it says on the packaging. But so there's that. And so that's my machine embroidery. Like, I'm going to be working on a t-shirt today. And I've seen some people stitch on folders. So I'm going to try to put my son's name on here and see how that stitches. And then I might offer that for sale too. So if you want some personalized folders, let me know if you're interested. If you have any ideas. Anything can be customizable. So always just reach out and ask. The other thing that I have is, and this is what I want to hang, and this is what I told you that I worked on, is I did finish it. I just have to quilt it, which I'm going to do it on my embroidery machine here, and bind it, and I'm going to hang it up in my room. How cute is that sewing machine? And then afterthought, I should have, I'm going to show you the pattern. Let's see. So here is, it's by Thimble Blossom, and it has, there's a sample one right there that's in a teal. My machine is, let me get back over here, is teal. It's the Cave Bernina. So I should have done the teal one. I didn't think about that until actually I was almost done with this one. So we're not going to go back and redo it. I love it. It's a lot of little pieces, but how stinking cute is that? And I can't wait to get it finished, and it's going to hang up on the wall. So maybe once I get that wall pretty, then that could be like a backdrop, because then you'll see the nice little sewing machine right there. Another thing that I've been working on, and I can't wait to get it finished, I would say 85% finished on it, which is the Great Granny Squared Lori Holt pattern. It's this quilt right here. And I do have all of the center of it done, which is, let me see if I can't do that without sharing the pattern. Oh yeah, all right, so which is all of these squares here are done. I've got probably about half of these finished, and I've got them all ready to go. I just got to sew them, and then after that's done, then the quilt's finished. I just need to get it long armed. So I am very, very, very pleased with that. And this has been something I've been trugging along at for quite some time. I love it. I love the colors and everything. I do have some finished quilts and stuff in there that I've not shared online. I've shared on Instagram probably. You'll probably see more of my stuff on Instagram. But anywho, changing subjects, let's move back. So that's where I'm at on my stuff. I like making things. I like shopping for things, and I like embroidery. I like doing things for, with people. So if you're in Alabama, northern area, I'm in near Huntsville, not too far from Huntsville. Reach out, let me know. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you have a great Monday, and I will be back with episode 2 probably in a few weeks. Maybe I've made a progress on some things, and thanks for hanging out. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.